step into a music world that does not exist. Dr. Brice, a young producer on a crusade to champion the cause of the eclectic, the creative, the innovative, in a world of music where individuals operate in a land of ignorance. One man can make a difference, Doctor.
Welcome to our first edition of Beat Stories. Today we are sitting with the legendary drummer, Percy Brice. How you doing, Percy?
I'm doing okay.
That's good, that's good. And by the way, congratulations. You know, you'll be turning 90 soon. All right, congratulations to you. Happy early birthday, I'll say.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, that's good. So listen, let us know who is Percy Brice? Who are you?
Well, I'm one of the few drummers that's around that's been playing with a whole lot of people. You know?
Really?
And I'm still playing. So and I'm still around. So that sort of kind of speaks for itself. You know.
Okay.
I'm raised no Cain, but I mean I've been around for a while, and I play with a whole lot of people. A lot of people that some people don't know. You know.
Oh, like who though?
Yeah, most people in the jazz community, they know mostly my career from let's say Billy Taylor.
Okay.
But prior to Billy Taylor, it was also happening, you know.
Oh, okay. Who are some of the people that you played with?
Yeah, before Billy Taylor, I played with Big Joe Turner. Ivory Joe Hunter, Eddie Cleanhead Vinson, Tiny Grimes, Paul Williams, Earl Williams' father, Mercer Ellington, Duke Ellington's son, and you know, and then it started with more people of name with Billy Taylor.
Oh, okay. So Billy Taylor was like the beginning of you on up and coming and okay, wow, okay, wow. So who did you play with after Billy Taylor?
Then Billy Taylor, then George Shearing, you know, the English pianist from England. George Shearing, and Sarah Vaughan, and
okay.
And after Sarah Vaughan, Harry Belafonte.
Harry Belafonte, okay.
And Carmen McRae, the singer.
Okay.
Ahmed Jamal. Some of these people that I played with all doing while I was employed by other people.
Right.
You know, while I was playing with Sarah Vaughan, I played with Carmen McRae. You know.
So would you say that you've been playing for over what?
Close to 70 years.
70 years, wow.
Close to 70 years.
Wow, that's amazing.
Since about 1944.
That's amazing.
With Louis Russell's band.
Wow. Have you held any other jobs, any other careers? Or has being a drummer, professional drummer, excuse me, has that been your main occupation?
I've never really done anything else.
Wow.
I played music all my adult life.
Wow.
I played music from the time that the Second World War began. I was into music then, not as heavy as it is now.
Sure.
I was into it during the Second World War.
Wow, wow. So let me ask you, what type of fulfillment has being a professional drummer over 70 years given you? What type of fulfillment has it been in your life?
Repeat that again.
What type of fulfillment has being a drummer for over 70 years given you?
Playing with a lot of different people like that. That inspired me and helped me along the way. You know,
okay.
Playing with because every artist I played with wasn't necessarily jazz artists.
Okay.
But they were in the music of the blues.
Okay.
That's one of our roots.
Right.
Playing the blues.
Right.
And the guy singing, especially with the guy that's named Big Joe Turner. Now he's a national blues singer,
Right.
And Eddie Cleanhead Vincent. And Eddie Cleanhead Vincent, because he also had a band, and I played with his band.
Right.
With Big Joe Turner, the famous blues singer. We were on tour with him with Louis Russell's orchestra, which was back around 1944.
Okay.
Yeah, so he was famous then, and even now, sometimes on the screen on the TV, I see his name popping up. Big Joe Turner. All the blues singers, they refer to Big Joe Turner as their mentor.
As their mentor, right? I would like to say that what an honor and what a blessing it's been to, be able to play and do something that you love for over 70 years. Imagine, you've seen the world change. I like to say 70 times. So I mean, just tell us a little bit about that. How you've seen, you started out 7 years ago. I'm sure times were different than it is now. Today we have our first African American president. What an honor and blessing that has been to just your eyes, or even with this interview, to be able to sit in front of somebody that knows how the world has changed. That's amazing. Tell us a little something about that.
Yeah, well, it's changed quite a bit. We went through. We went through the slavery times and the slavery, the 60s. I think the civil rights movements was really where things started to change.
Wow.
They're doing this, which brings in actually Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Right. Have you ever had the honor of meeting him, or?
Yes, I've had meeting him and touring with him.
Oh wow, wow.
Touring with him, we toured with him when I was working with Harry Belafonte.
Okay.
We went on a national tour, which was like fundraisers. Dr. King always, he wanted to get his message around the world, not just wherever he spoke from.
Right.
He wanted his message to go.
Right.
Go different ways. And,
right.
And which it did. So we did a TV show with Dr. King in Sweden.
Okay.
That must have been around. That had to be in the 60s.
Okay.
All of that had to be in the 60s because that's when I was performing with Harry Belafonte, 61 up to 68.
68. Now, what amazing that it's been to how amazing has it been to see you starting out and being sort of like with the grassroots of trying to facilitate change, and now you see that there's an African American president now. Well, I'm sure that
I guess most of us, including me, we never thought that this would come about.
Right.
And it's true now, and we're glad it has. He's a great person, and he's the right man for the job. But he has to be respected, and he has to be honored.
Sure.
And some of that hasn't really been taking place. Like he's the other on the other side of the aisle. There's been a lot of opposition. Well,
listen. We know what we're gonna say that sometimes change, everything doesn't change right away, but there's steps to it, and we do know that things have changed. So let's focus on the positive of it changing. As far as the negative is always going to be there. You understand me?
Yeah.
So let's just focus on the positive. So I just want to ask you real quick, because we're running out of time. Let me ask you, do you get a chance to listen to any of today's music?
Repeat that?
Do you get a chance to listen to any of today's music?
Oh, yes, I do.
Okay, what do you think about it?
Yeah, well, today's music is good.
It's good.
It's good, and it's well received.
Okay.
And me being a professional musician, I take pride in receiving it too.
Okay.
Because, you know, if you're going to be a musician, it doesn't matter what generation that you're from. You know, you can appreciate music from anywhere.
Okay.
You know, this generation, the one before, and the one before that, and the future generations to come now, because music expands, you know, and it generates people.
Right.
You know, it generates people to where they if they like what they're hearing, they respond to it in a lot of positive ways.
Right. Any advice in closing? Any advice that you would give any up and coming musicians out there, or any up and coming artists out there? Any advice that you can give them?
Well, you know, music is something that you have to love. I mean, you have to inject yourself into the music, and when you do that, when you inject yourself to the music, you know, music becomes something that you look forward to doing all the time, and maybe if you are lucky and have the kind of charisma that you should have, you'll be all right doing it.
Okay.
If you want to play music, if you think that's what you want to do for your lifetime, your ways of having a family and supporting that family, and you playing music, that's it. There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody doesn't like it. Some people like to do other things, I mean, you know.
Sure.
But playing music that's part of the art form. That's a professional way of making your life great. You know, and if that's what you want to do, so be it. I mean, you know, you can do anyone can do anything you want to do. All you have to do is just put your mind and your body into what you like to do, and let it flow.
Okay. Well, thank you for being on Beat Stories, and I'll just say God bless and happy early birthday. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.